video and or live session of this building a CAD PC series. Just trying to get everything set up here, but we're just going to keep assembling this PC and yeah, so there's a few things to say. Basically, this instruction manual it basically says everything that you can do, but it doesn't really just say like what to do or how to do. And then this little bit I wrote this in the description of the short, episode 57, but this little tiny thing actually comes in the screws box for the PC case, and it is a 3/16 bit. So if I'd read the instructions earlier, I probably could have come across that earlier and then not spent $5 on a bit, which, I could return, I guess, but I think I'd have to go in to do that. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Guess I'm gonna get going here. I'm just trying to find the tutorial that I was working from. Sometimes I remember to set that up before I go live, but I did not this time. Assembly of lancool 216.
Hola y bienvenidos de nuevo a otra guía. Y luego, en la parte trasera de la caja, tenemos dos agujas. Encontrar el destornillador. Bueno, con los 4 tornillos retirados, el soporte ya libre. Antes de la where the installed, we can actually fit it either side of fan, but I've removed it to get a better look. I made it at the top, and that's the reason that the board is in a lower position to give this top. And lian leaves the maximum thickness for the fan to the top of the
So, yeah, I'm about to just flip this thing over here. I'm just following this tutorial, and then if anything goes wrong. So he's saying to remove this thing, but like, I think that's what he's saying. I'm a little unclear, because his case seems to be, I guess I'll put the tutorial in the chat. His case seems to be upside down, unless he switched a couple things. Right, like in this tutorial, if anyone wants to look at it, that would be helpful. It's like this piece up here, this little thing where the let's move it. This is up there and this is down. I don't remember him saying that to switch that earlier in the tutorial. So,
And at the rear of here, you're no longer going to get resulting in
hi, Zipness. I'm trying to figure out. Well, first of all, this is the first assembly I've done, but I'm trying to figure out. We're basically in the process of like setting up this case to get ready to put the motherboard in, because we've already put the motherboard in. And there's a fan right up there. And then this is where, I guess, are all the PCIe slots. And like in that tutorial that I just linked in chat, this section is the higher section on the case, right? If this is the top of the case up here. So this section is down here in his tutorial, and this section is up here. But I don't think he ever touching them. So I'm going back and seeing if he switched them, but I'm like, do I need to switch them? That's basically what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. In my head, in my mind, da 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 da. Oh, it does look like he takes it off. It doesn't look like it's switched though. Oh yeah, okay. I messed up. Alright, I guess we're taking this fan off. I think I just skipped to here because like I took a bunch of notes. I basically took a bunch of screenshots and then I took a bunch of notes. And I was like, oh, I'll just work from my notes. But like it was just, I don't know, long story short, we're not doing that. Because of like technical reasons that are like pretty silly on my end. So I guess I need either a long screwdriver or a short one to unscrew this fan. Oh, it's shown at the back. Okay. And it's a basic Phillips head. So oh yeah. I'm not gonna mount it vertically. So I don't know if I need to do this. See, this is the problem is like everything in this, it like, I don't know, maybe we should just go through the instructions. It's just like, if I were to do that, I would install the PSU right now, which is weird to me. I would think I should install PSU at the very end. And then like, I set up the thing to install the motherboard with air cooling. I'm not installing any more fans in the case, I don't think. And so I guess we'd be on the rear fan bracket. So I guess that's putting this on that. Because that's the rear fan bracket. That's the rear fan. What motherboard do you have? It is a. Man, I should put all that in the description too. Sorry, it's a Asus B550 plus Wi-Fi 2. Asus Tough Gaming B550 plus Wi-Fi 2. Yeah, so I guess the next step would be to mount this rear fan bracket. I don't understand why it wouldn't just come mounted. I guess for shipping purposes. But that could have just come in the case. I also don't really understand why it needs a bracket. What do you mean I'm set? It looks like they put a fan on the outside of the case. Let's see what this guy does. You don't need to do anything by the looks of it. You're free to install motherboard. Ah. So you're saying I shouldn't put on the fan bracket? This rear fan bracket. Because if I'm going to put on the other motherboard, I just will put in the PSU. And then it also has in the instructions, it has this graphics card anti-sag bracket installation, which that makes sense to me. Like having an anti-sag bracket. Yeah, a rear fan bracket is this. I think he puts it on in his tutorial. It comes with the case. But yeah, if you skim through that tutorial that I linked at the very start, like, he puts it on. I think I even watched this thing all the way through, or most of the way through. Maybe I should watch the end of it. It's just so dry. I already read through all of this. It's just, like I said, it just says what you can do. And then he doesn't use the PU bracket, which is like kind of annoying to me because I'm like, wouldn't you want to use the GPU bracket? But I guess just getting everything in and on just be good. And getting the cables all set up, like that's, I don't really understand any of these cables. Front panel, that one's not labeled. Maybe these are all front panel. It's kind of nutty to me that the PSU blows downwards. Or at least that's what I think it has, like. Oh, the PSU intakes from the bottom. Whoops. You actually said though if you get your motherboard and IO shield. I always forget what the IO shield is. Like what does that even mean? At this thing? No, this is the top bracket. It's the backplate for it. It comes with the motherboard. I don't even know if mine did. I got a used motherboard. That I guess would be. I guess I could show you what I have. I just have a motherboard. Like, yeah, my motherboard didn't come with any IO shield. Unless the PC case did. But I don't breaking that off. Is it necessary? What do you mean a quality of life thing? Is it like yeah, what do you mean by that? IO shield. Huh. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed that I don't have one now. That I'm reading about it a little. So, if position, what would you do? You would just put the motherboard in? Or put the PSU in and then the motherboard and then connect everything? The other thing I was trying to figure out was if I switch this part around, like next to the motherboard to the right of it. I guess where the cables go in and out. It looks like you can flip it completely, which I don't know if I needed to do. All the screws for the motherboard mounting. That's a good question. I mean, I think so. PC case came with. I bought a bunch of motherboard screws, and then the PC case came with these screws. So I'd have to look. But I do have the standoffs. I have 9 standoffs. Guess I could look. See, that's a good question. Appreciate all your help, Zipness. I have been on the struggle bus with this. It has not clicked yet. Where would it specify which screws go into the motherboard? Screws for motherboard mounting C. 27 pieces. That's crazy. Why are there 27 motherboard pieces? I see 9. There's 9 standoffs. Right, I'm gonna try and track down these screws. I'm tempted to run and get a light. This light is like, this is my worst reading light. So it looks like a Phillips head. Oh, it looks like you could also mount them with hex. Oh wait, no, that's the other one. It's C. It'd be C in this Lian Li manual. Screws for motherboard, 5 SSD mounting. These kind of look like them. The screws, where the screws screw into the case is the standoffs. Yeah, I have the standoffs. The standoffs are here. You can't see them, but if you go through the other videos, I was grumpy about that because I should have read the directions first. So many of these screws, they look so similar. I don't know if you guys can see. Look up the lian Li lancool 216 case. It's like, I can't tell the difference between C. I guess I should be able to, but they're close. Maybe C and H. C and H look familiar. CHJ. Yeah, wow. I think I'm going to empty them all out and then look. This to me looks like H. I want like a bigger mag. Just the screws can fit. That's a good idea. I guess it doesn't really matter. I just like... Well, maybe it doesn't matter. Because I don't want the screws to be touching any metal part on the motherboard. I think those are all the same. There's these little plastic slides. That's what these are for. Kind of weird. All right. Just opening up different screw cases and looking at them. Seeing what will fit. Ah! That one looks different. That one looks more like C. C is the motherboard screw. So I think those came in the same thing, so I think I'm gonna have to divide up screws here. This workspace is like such a mess, and I don't know if it should be any other way, because like I have everything sort of set up what I would need for this build. Yeah, let's see. See if I can clear a little space here so I can organize these. Oh, keep losing. That. I tell you, peeps, hardware is an art. Like, someone I work with has been doing this for, not this actually, but they do a hardware oriented thing. And it's like their main thing, you know? It's the main way they make money. And they've been doing it for like, I don't know, decades. And their space is really kind of chaotic by my standards. And my space, this space right here that I'm working, is incredibly chaotic for my standards. But yeah, it's very difficult because like ultimately my goal is to like have the tools that I need and then no other tools, right? Like every time you introduce more tools into your space, you introduce more complexity. I guess I'm not actually going to use this again. You introduce more complexity, and so like I'm much better at organizing things, but organizing tools and what like is someone I think who does like really good actually is David Malloy YouTube videos. Like if you, I don't know if he has really videos up on that, but like if you just look at his videos and look at his workspace, like it's just very well organized, and it kind of has to because he does robotics, and like robotics is just, there's just so many different types of parts that if you're not well organized, like it would be chaos. Okay. How do I want to do this? Okay, that was a fail. That was a complete failure. Let's see. I can. Oh, I guess y'all can see that. Y'all can see that I'm. So Zipness, what's going on? What is going on in your world? Oh yeah. Do you what do you build, or like what do you make? So I'll just try and pull 9 of these because I think I only need 9, right? And then also the other question is there any reason to not you build a computers? Do you do it like on a you just you build computers for yourself, or do you sell them, or do you work for someone? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that one's 3. All right, that looks like 9 to me. That's a standoff driver. You built yours and your 4 siblings as well as your parents. Wow. That is quite a few computers. All right. Having built computers, what do you say? Should I put the hard drive in? Is that what I should put in first? That is what the manual would lead me to believe. Or sorry, not the hard drive, the PSU. I did a little bit of selling, have been lazy recently. No excuse though, haha. Yeah, well, I'll be selling this one. I mean, that's the plan anyway. If not, we'll use it for something, but the goal is to sell it. Yeah. Put the motherboard in first, honestly. Ugh. And then screw it down. Okay. I will trust your word. So my older videos, like, this right here is the thing that drives in the motherboard standoffs. And, like, I missed it, so I unscrewed them with something that was too big, and I made the holes. So, like, I don't know if the standoffs, like, it's hard for me to see if they're straight when I thread them. And so I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if I should drive them in. But I guess I'm going to just drive them all the way down. Unless you have. What do you think? You think I should just screw these down? I mean, I guess I have no other choice, really. I mean, I'll set my project back if I don't by, like, having to get a new case or, like, put in these. Or, like, re-drill, like, I don't know, 8 holes. Yeah, all right. I'll just drill it down. All right. Wow, this driver that comes with it is such a great invention. Like, you don't have to have a whole screwdriver. They just have this little thing. And when like on the tutorial that's listed, like, that's also doable. Yeah, the standoff came with it. I don't know. They're detached. Like, I unscrewed them and I moved them to the higher position for the air cooling mode, but these are the stock offs. But yeah, that tutorial has, like, a long screwdriver, if I remember right, or one of the other tutorials I watched. There's, like, this long driver that comes with a case, but, like, so that's what I was looking for, and I was like, didn't send me that. And then when I read the directions, they had this little thing, and, like, it's such a great invention because it introduces so much efficiency. Like, all you need is a Phillips head, and if you have a Phillips, you can drive these down. Man, I really want some of those glasses that, like, those glasses where I could see the stream so that I could see. Truly is, yeah. Yeah, it's a cool invention. So that I could see right when you type. Like, I could respond to you immediately rather than I keep having to check the screen. Maybe that'll get better with my setup, but yeah, I might get some of those fancy glasses. Just like no one I know has them, and I feel like I'm gonna spend a bunch of money on something silly that I'm not gonna use. Hard to buy things when no one you know has them, and, like, when someone you know has them, you can, like, test the thing out. And in my head, in my mind. Did you build 4 different? What type of PCs did you build, Zipness? Were they, like? Tell me some of the specs if you feel like it. Were they, like, did your family want, like, different types of computers at each one, or did they all want a similar thing? Okay, all the standoffs are in. So you built more than just your families? It's nice to spread them out if you have a limited. Spread what out? All right, I only play Roblox. I'm kind of curious about this Roblox thing. It seems interesting. I have no experience with it because, like, I don't know. I think it's just a bit. It's been after my time, kind of thing. All right, so right now. I'm just gonna unplug everything. I have the motherboard over here. I'm just unplugging everything, and uh, basically, I'm just unplugging it from the PSU. Actually, not everything, but so that we can bring it over without. Uh-oh. Okay, no, everything's good. One of the fans are right above the RAM, so it's just like tripping. What's happening? I can't see if you're writing things right now, so let's see. I gotta see how to unplug the CPU fan. A Ryzen 5 1600. I don't like weird because like this isn't I mean I have a lot of gaming components here and it will be able to game some things, but I'm using a graphics card CAD, right? Like the goal of this PC is to do CAD stuff. So everyone on the internet knows all these GPUs, and I don't know any of them. Like, so I never really know what people are saying. I'm like, is the higher number better? Like, I just don't. I, I don't know the graphics cards. Two graphics cards right now. I might have to use two graphics cards because I have when they were both pretty reasonably priced. So, I'm having a time getting this CPU fan plug out. What do I need to do here? I just pull. I'm just like, it's hard to get an angle on it. I hate it. I feel like I figured it out, and then I was like, great, I'm gonna move on. Moved on, and now, like, how do you get this thing out? I think you gotta pull this. Yeah, what? You gotta pull that little latch out. It's always a little latch, and you never know which way to pull or push. Drives me nuts. It's like always why I want. Oh, snap. Why is that not plugged in? Oh, because I unplugged it for one of the fans isn't plugged in. All right, I'm coming back. Sorry, getting carried away over here. It's like PC building makes me happy and grumpy at the same time. All right, that's fair. So for this stuff, I'd consider at least go 6, 7, 9 series. Weird naming scheme. It was like 30, 40, 50 series. Yeah. So I think I've been leading AMD GPUs. I have the two GPUs I have. The one that I have that I care about is the AMD one, and then I'm just gonna put on gloves since I don't know. I like the move. So yeah, I have an AMD one. Screw it. I'm not putting on gloves. Yeah, I care about my AMD one. I also video on the one that's not as good. Okay, so here's the board. Let's. And what I was trying to figure out here is I moved this fan. Oh, you guys can't see that yet. Okay. Ah, driving me nuts. I moved one of the CPU fans from the very back to the very front, and I did that because, man, I'm just like not. I felt like a complete dope this entire build. I moved that fan because I just felt right, and it seemed right. Like I'd done research, and people do it different ways, but now I'm wondering why this isn't sliding perfectly. It's kind of freaking me out. I think I just don't have good light. Okay, there we go. CPU fan's in. But there's very little clearance above this motherboard. Okay. Bad price for what you get, but it's not horrible. The 60 is for like 1080p gaming, and the 70 is a mix between 1040 and 1080p. And the 80 is 1040 and some 4K. 90, good for 4. I'm gonna have to go back and look at what you're talking about. It's all kind of a blur as I try and build PC, but it's interesting. Like esports has gotten so big, and I was a big gamer. But now, like esports is interesting to me, and I'm like, well, what? How does that change? Like, how does your setup change your ability to play esports? I'm scared. I'm terrified that that the thermal paste. Oh, I guess it's screwed down. Oh, I keep worrying that like the motherboard's gonna drop, but I screwed down, so it can't. It's not going to. Right? There's nothing on the back. Shouldn't there be something on the back? Like where I screwed in the CPU things? That's kind of weird to me. I guess I shouldn't work, but there should be a bolt on the back, right? Like, so if the way that I screwed the CPU fan down and a CPU to the, or yeah, just the CPU to the motherboard, like, it's screwed in from the top, but there should be a bolt on the back, shouldn't there? Am I crazy? Okay. I guess I'm just going to put it on. I just want some light. This is like no light. This light is dead. No, it's not dead, but it's not at its best. The other thing I was thinking about was cable management. Should I zip tie these cables together? What do y'all think? Or zip tie them to something? I think I'm going to do that now, actually. A few little zip ties. I'm going to make sure I have some other zip ties, like a backup over here. I do. I got some big ones. I should get more little ones. Write that down real quick. So there's a million little pieces to get. Yeah. I'm gonna zip tie these up somewhere. I feel like because they're gonna be going out of the top. So, right, like this whole thing is going to be vertical. So it said somewhere on this diagram, these diagrams, it had like a cables, I think it's the very back, where cables go. Controller tray, FIO module, I don't know what an FIO module is. FIO module cable channel. I'm like, is there any place where these, I thought there was a little place CPU cables could escape. All right, I won't do it. I won't zip them together. Even though it goes against my being proactive in getting the thing zip tied, like, it's like, why would you not do that? Like, it's going to be harder to zip tie once it's in here. It's really not easy. I guess it's because I have these shades on. Okay, this I'm very confused. Something isn't right. I hope I didn't just bangs. It's not sitting on the if I bent them, is it gonna break? Oh man, I hope I didn't just reset the BIOS thing, the BIOS flashback. All right, this needs to sit down. Okay, I'm having a problem. Zipness, you got ideas? The problem is it's not sitting, like I put it down and it's not sitting, like the standoffs aren't going through the holes. So one, now I'm a little worried that I damaged it. Do you think I should reboot it before I put it in? And then two, I think I need to take this panel thing off. Cause like the back of the motherboard where all the plugs go in isn't going through this back hole, right? So there's this back hole, and all the things are supposed to go through it, and it's not going through. It's close, like there's but I think I need to take off this, and now I see why I switched it. Right? Like, I mean, how else would I get it to through? Any pro tips? Oh. I'm trying to do it like this. Yeah, it needs to go further to the left. Oh. Well, is that fitting now? So close. Doesn't some feels not right though. Yeah, it needs to go higher, and something's in the way. So what's in the way? This thing's in the way. Whatever this cage is in the way. So do I take the cage out? Does it say anything about this in this manual? This is the IO shield. It looks like it is. And it says to rotate it. Do I rotate the IO shield? I think I understand why he took out this fan thing now. He has to take out the fan thing to rotate the IO shield. If that's an IO shield. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try that. Hardware is like it's just so much harder than software in that like to improve it. Like to right so like right now I'm annoyed that I don't have a magnetics. Alright, this is the back fan. Right now I don't have a magnetic drill bit or screwdriver bit or whatever. And like it's just every little thing like that adds up and makes a difference in hardware. And it does in software too, but learning the hardware stuff, like adding like you can't iterate as fast. So um alright, I guess we'll try. So it says it was a long screwdriver to do that. I think we have something. I don't know if we're gonna have something that's that long. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do here. Because this is what we would use right here. Does that, will that work? That won't even. I mean, this will bend though, right? So like I could get this screwed out like this. I guess we'll try that. That's not gonna fit in there, so that's no good. Why did I miss it over here? Let's see. pH1. Just gonna putting Putting tools away right away is a good thing to do. Another thing I usually do that when I'm streaming, I haven't been. Whoa. The light is so much better when it's like this. Alright, first I gotta make sure this is the right driver. Does fit in there. I don't know if this is gonna work. I need an actually long screwdriver. Does that work? Ooh, this might work. Just had to fit it in there differently. I don't know if this is the best driver. Let's see if we can get a better driver. I don't know if I should be using PH or PZ. I think I'm using PZ. I should be using PH. These are like, I don't know if this set is more for phone repair or for computer repair. I bought the set forever ago, I think, when I was like doing some phone stuff. But I think it advertises like phone and computer. That might fit better. Let's see. Seems like that fits better. Sweet. Is that working? I think that's working. Chat is so quiet. Zipness, you still here? That's a small screw. These are really small screws. I'd assume I need to take them out on the other side too. What are we gonna do here? We'll do this. What is this? Interesting. Just like some random piece in here. I wonder if this is a... Nope. Where does this driver come from? Huh. I don't know where I got that. And I don't know where it goes in here. It was in here, so I'm gonna leave it in here. It's just weird. Put these sockets back. Alright. Everyone has left the game. we might be calling it here in a sec. Just gonna get the other side off. Yeah. No good. Actually, maybe we'll wait to get the other side off. We'll take a break. Time to take a break, and we'll continue. We know where to continue with. So thanks everybody for watching. Leave a comment if you have ideas. I think we should be doing it a better way. Just like anything that I've said with the build so far, if you have a strong idea about Linux distros for robotic, or CAD, or what have, then I don't know. Leave comments. This is it's kind of a group thing. So I'm streaming the whole thing. All right. Oh, hey, Zipness, you're still here? I couldn't I can't see chat. Oh, chat stopped working, and now I see all your questions. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get caught up. I didn't realize you were still here. I thought everyone was streaming, and I was just like, I'm not gonna keep streaming. Yeah, sorry, my computer lagged, and now I see all of your chat messages. The backplate you put on after you screw the motherboard down. I'm not sure what you mean by that backplate, but I mean, guess I'll figure it out. What CPU cooler did you buy? It's a Peerless Assassin 120 SE version 3. Because the backplate normally comes with your cooler about 90% of the time. Yeah, I think I'm also going to write down backplate. I might buy a backplate if I can. I really like buying used. Like, it's just my vibe, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Just writing down things to me. Just don't zip tie stuff until it's either connected or you'll have enough flank. Just do whatever you need to do. Is it just sitting on the standoffs? It's not supposed to go through the holes. It's supposed to sit on them. Yeah, I wasn't sitting on them. So that's why I've been going through this whole thing. But make sure there isn't standoffs where there isn't a screw hole on the motherboard. I think you just mean like there should only be, there shouldn't be standoffs stabbing into the motherboard. Which, yeah. Yeah, it's just be able to, no, just align with the screw holes. Yeah, it wasn't aligning, like I said, that's why. You said you have no I/O shield, right? I think this is the I/O shield. This is what I've been screwing off. I don't know, that's what it says in the, where's the directions? Yeah, it says in the directions, it says rotate the I/O shield. Air cooling mode installation. So this is just something that I skipped that he does. Like, you were just like, do this stuff, and that's cool. We tried, but now we're just taking this. We're just taking this out, and I guess we're just flipping it around. Yeah, it says flip it 180 degrees. Okay, so Linux distro. What Linux distro are you going to install when you get this done? I'm just wondering. So, in my perfect world, I like Nix West. It's N as in Nancy, IX. It's totally different from everything else that I've used, and it's really cool. However, the learning curve's really big, And so like basically you have to learn a coding language, which I just based on the other projects I'm doing, like that. I hope chat continues. I'm gonna try and pay better attention in chat, but so that it loads. I don't know what happened there. Because I'm learning a bunch of other things, I don't have time. I'm learning Python for another project that I'm working on, but I should be streaming here. I expect I'll be streaming here more like once I have a computer I can stream on. Oh, okay, something fell. So because it's not going to be, I don't know what this bracket is, it just fell off. And it looks like some plastic peeled off, but the plastic that peeled off doesn't look necessary. If anyone knows what this bracket is, this is lagging quite a bit. I'm gonna have to look that up. Because I'm leaning away from Nix because of the learning curve, and also because it's not set up like this computer, I'm going to end up using it for robotics if it doesn't sell. And if it does sell, I'll just build myself another computer that's a robotics one. I'm enjoying, I want to try and build and sell some computers. It's just what I'm into, I guess, right now. Okay, I took that out. So I was looking up what are the best computers for like, what are the best distros for robotics? And Ubuntu seems to be highly ranked. And if there are other ones, because I was like, oh, I just want to use the best one. Okay, these brackets are on the back for some reason. I don't know what they're for, but at least now know that. It does seem to be stripping some sort of thing, which doesn't feel good, but I don't know why it's in the housing either. The housing. So Ubuntu was like, I have experience with Debian. I liked Debian when I was using it. Uh-oh. Where did this screw go? Ubuntu is also good for gaming, I guess, which like if I were to sell the PC, like maybe I end up having to use it and sell it. And then in that case, I would use Ubuntu because it's good for both, I guess. And I'm kind of worried that I would mess up the computer using one distro, and then if I was like, and then someone who bought it wanted a different distro, it would then be like, oh, I guess that screw never came out yet. Okay, cool. So like, is there a support bracket? Doesn't look like anything you'd normally see, but it looks like a support bracket. Yeah, I don't know what it's on the back, so it's probably, I was reading what goes on the back. I don't care yet because it's not relevant to me. It's like SSDs and stuff that I just don't need to worry. So like if you look on this channel this YouTube channel. Oh. What? Did I just take out the screw? I'm so confused right now. Huh. Okay, there's a screw in there. And there's a screw down there I have to take out. Yeah, I just took out support bracket screws. Well, I took out one. So that was the wrong thing because I was not paying attention. Stupid. Stupid. All right, so. Oh, man. And then again, I'm having driver problems. My driver's too big. Oh, I was reading your comment. Give me a sec. Yeah, I think so. Like, I don't really want to build gaming PCs, so like that's the move. Then I'll pivot. That's just like what I'm interested in doing. Uh, this is going to be interesting. So that said, like if someone's like, if someone hits me up that's like, I need CAD for this purpose, I want Windows on it, then I will. I think I'm like I can do Windows, I guess. We'll see. It's like that's a feeling out. I'm really like interested in building open source computers. So then end up being a computer that I use for a bit. All right, this bracket's out. So I gotta flip it 180 degrees. So, but what I was saying was, is this bracket out? It's wiggling. It's wiggling, but is it coming out? What's on here? Um, so I have an Apple computer. It's a MacBook. It's an old MacBook, and I put Nix on it. And then I think I tried to put something weird. I couldn't get it running, or it was having issues. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna put Ubuntu on it. And so I put Ubuntu on it, but then Ubuntu wouldn't work, and it's because of settings. Okay, the bracket came out. All right, so all we're doing is flipping this 180 degrees and putting it back in. I wonder what that hole is at the bottom. If anyone knows, put that in chat or in the comments. A hole here, and it's at the bottom of the thing now. It used to be at the top because this was up high, and I don't know what this hole is for because is that right? Now I'm confused. Which way does this go? Well, it'll only go in one way. Yes. Does this go? Does the open thing face the back? Or does the open part face the front? I thought it faced the front. I thought that's what I did. But I was showing you guys and I forgot what was what. And the way that it fits in easily is with it facing the back. This is not a win. This is me failing. Not a fan right now. I guess that's the only way it goes, so I guess it faces that way. It's like, is it gonna fit? I guess we'll see. I'm gonna pull the motherboard around. I'm gonna see if this is gonna end up fitting. So, Zipness, you still with me? So, basically, the MacBook couldn't, like, basically Nix changed something. Like, I don't know if it's something, is it something that I can change back? I don't remember. That's closer. It's not the far left mounting screw. It's not like getting on. Do I just take this out completely? The IO shield? Oh. Okay, that's there. That's on there. Okay, that's it sitting. on 2 of them. Oh. This is driving me nuts. Yeah, this IO shield is just in my way. I don't think I can use that. Yeah, no worries. I'm glad you tuned in. It's been fun talking. Should I install this motherboard without the IO shield? Because that's the only way I think it's going to fit. I don't really understand. Like, I feel like I'm missing something silly. Oh, that's supposed to be on the bottom. Alright. So, yeah, anyway, I'm scared to, like, whatever distro I put on it, it's going to mess it up for other distros. And I don't know if that's just a BIOS thing, change it, or how easy that type of stuff is to change, but basically, like, figuring out what Linux distro goes on this PC is, like, I don't know. But, and so I'm open to suggestions. I'm open. I want to hear from people, but hear from people, I will make a decision. I mean, I'm making a decision either way, but like, I'm not gonna let it hang up the build. Maybe if I flip the case around, that'll be easier. Do that. So all these screws are gonna move. Why do I have a different number of screws? I don't like that. There's 5? Yeah, why do I have 5 of those screws? That doesn't seem right to me. All this is driving me nuts. Like, did a screw fall? Alright, this will give me easier for me to do stuff. It's pretty easy, but whatever works best for your ideals. Yeah, I mean, this stuff's always harder for me to start. Like, just mechanical. Like, you could say I'm not mechanically inclined. But I think some of it's just, failing, and some of it's headspace and whatnot. So I don't know. Oh, did I? I didn't put this back in. That's silly. All right, I need to get this motherboard up a little closer. This is. Yeah. That's gonna work. So I think I'm just gonna. I can always unscrew the IO shield. Just put the IO shield back in. I don't know why I have 5 of these screws. Oh, one of them's a different size. Alright, so at least I know which one the IO shield is, and maybe it'll be easy to do the other ones first. Zipness, have you used Linux at all? Ugh, timing. I've only installed it very light distros, but yeah. What distros? And why did you choose those ones? Also, do you game? Does your whole family play games? Is that why you built them computers? If so, what games do you play? I was wrong. I don't think that's easier. On a really cheap laptop. Bodhi mainly, because I said very bad laptop. Is Bodhi's a video game? I haven't heard of it. Have you looked into Linux for gaming at all? Apparently it's more of a thing now. It's been growing. Good FPS is really nice on Linux, I can't lie. I hear I always liked multiplayer stuff. Like I was always played like kind of competitive games. And I hear that's not really a thing on Linux because some like anti-cheat thing. And I think it'd be really cool if that changed. I just want everything to be more open source or just open source in general. Big fan. I think it's really important. It'll change a lot. Alright, cool. Oh no. Alright, we're not going to. Making every silly mistake here. Right? Like this screw is, I don't know where that screw came from, but I want to put it back where it came from. Yeah, some compatibility issues, but besides that. What are you up to right now? Are you just watching me stream, or are you like multitasking? Huh. Well, this screw doesn't fit. This screw's too shallow, so that's confusing. Right? You're multitasking. Cool. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Nice to see you. Alright, well, I'm very confused, but I guess I'm gonna soldier on. Because, well, is there any left in the stream? Probably stop streaming soon. If no one's here, I'll stop. Zipness, it says you're still here, I think. That's the long one. I'll try this one. I had the thing flipped, so just gonna flip it back to see if, because the screws should fit. I'm confused as to why this doesn't fit. It's possible there's one long one. It's just this and the other side seems symmetrical. So, or this in the bottom, right? Or like the top or whatever. So like this screw and this screw, like I have 4 screws. They seem the same exact size. And these two where they attach seem the same. So like even if they're the short screws would work for the back. I'm like, what? I don't have another long screw, but these are the screws I took out. So did one fall to the floor, or like what's going on? Yeah. I think I need to take a break. Clearly, I'm not killing it right now. I don't think any fell to the floor, but yeah. I just decided to use the longer screw. And I don't know what I'm going to do if this other one doesn't fit. I guess I could just be shortest screw for the IO shield, but oh, whoops. Just making sure the screw's really tight so it doesn't protrude and like, that does not feel like the right screw to me. Very confused. It does appear to me that there are I'm like looking to see if these screws are, if one is slightly bigger. And I think no. Headache, man. The other option is am I putting them in the wrong way? No, I mean this is how I took them out, right? It's also possible the IO shield is not in the correct direction. Okay. I think it's time to take a break. I don't know what I'm going to do about these screws. I guess I'll search for them. I'll like search to see if I have replacements if they're broken. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Oh. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying the series and let me know if you have any questions or what